Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. Today we are going to be going down this little dungeon fighting Team Rocket. Last time we went with Kurt down this well, and now we're going to explore it. So, let's see. And while we're going to be battling these people, they're not going to have anything too intimidating, so really don't worry about it. We're going to be dealing with pretty much Rattatatas, maybe a Zubat, maybe a Coughing. Not the most scary things in the world. But while we're doing that, I should explain a few things. Some encounters down here. You can probably get a Slowpoke, because this is Slowpoke well. This is where Slowpokes live. And they're not bad. They're pretty good. They're kind of slow, so if you want to use a slow Pokemon, feel free. Slowpoke is slow. He can either turn into Slowbro, who's a little more defensive, or Slowking, who's a little bit faster, but less defense. So it's kind of your choice. Your choice on who you want to use. We're just going to use Razor Leaf on these Rattatatas, though. And they'll die real quick. Very nice. Critical hit. That was fantastic, Chikorita. And with that, I think Chikorita is going to evolve into Bayleaf. So, hey, that's pretty good. It's either 16 or maybe it's 18. Either way, we hope it is right now. Yep, here it is. Chikorita is going to be evolving into Bayleaf. We're happy to see it. We're happy to see it. I love Bayleaf's design. I think it looks great. I love how the slightly yellow color of its skin and the slightly darker green for the leaves. Very good design. And we got a major power increase with that. That makes Chikorita a little more usable. Chikorita is going to really struggle in this upcoming gym leader that we'll be facing after this this little dungeon in this cave, though. So yeah, we're going to be just beating up Team Rocket grunts. As I was saying, these guys are not intimidating. I wouldn't worry much about them. Level 9, they're way under leveled. Even if you're under leveled, you're not going to be level 9. You're at least going to be, what, level 12 at the very least in this part of the game. So these guys are really nothing to worry about. Yeah, that did no damage. And that's a type effective move on me. And it just did nothing. That shows you how weak Zubat is, how defensive Bayleaf is, and how weak Leech Life as a move is. So really not too intimidating. We're just going to be dealing with these guys by just tackling them. Not a big deal. Killing a Zubat right there. I'm pretty sure the next trainer upcoming here is a little more intimidating. Ekans, that thing is a snake. Pretty cool design, I think. But not too useful. It's a poison type, and poison types aren't really the best in this game. They have an exception. I would say the exception is probably Crobat. Most poison types are quite slow, and Crobat's the exception to that because he's very fast. And he's also flying, so you have flying type stab. So you're able to use that to great effect. We're going to try not to kill our Bayleaf during this. I apologize that I have to use Tackle, but that's the charm of the Chikorita line right there. Being stuck using Tackle at level 16. Well, we missed. We're going to be here all day, sir. Oh, boy. Come on. There we go. At least we killed it. And we're going to heal up Chikorita. So I will get back to you once she is healed up. Hello, I'm back. I just used the potion and I could have used that. I used the potions that were in the bag to heal Chikorita and the antidote to heal the poison. So, so my thinking about why I'm not skipping these battles in the video is because if they're mandatory, meaning you have to face them in order to progress the game, and they're not too boring like the gym leader was when we skipped him, the gym trainer rather, not the gym leader obviously. We skipped one of those trainers that was mandatory, but I just thought that was a bit slow. Didn't really serve a purpose, but I'll show this because we're just beating up these Rattatatas. Really doesn't take that long. Helping Chikorita grow up in levels. We're not Chikorita, we call him Bayleaf now. This is Bayleaf. So that's gonna be. I might grind up everybody before this little boss. We'll see though. Maybe not. I don't think we need to, but if we need to, we could. We could train everybody up to probably 15, maybe. Yeah, there he is. He takes that pretty well. Let's try to deal some damage to this Zubat. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot at all. I'm going to put this thing to sleep. And I'm going to try to whittle it down a little bit. But of course we miss. And of course it hits. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but takes a little bit of time. And time is the most important thing we got, so. There we are. Put it to sleep. Thank God. Thank you, Jester. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, Jester. We appreciate it. And then we're going to switch into Rocky. Maybe Rocky. Rocky hasn't been listening because we need to get the next gym badge in order for him to listen. There it is. It kind of sucks. Kind of makes Rocky not very usable, which is too bad. See, he just doesn't pay attention, and now he's confused. It's great. Rocky's just making a fool out of himself, making a fool out of us. Yep, there you are, Rocky. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for embarrassing yourself and your trainer. Okay, he really doesn't want to listen. That's 3 times in a row. Actually, we're able to. Okay, at least he's doing damage. Come on, Rocky. Can we at least get a rock throw or a tackle, please? We'd appreciate that. I'm surprised. See, this is why I'm surprised we're able to beat that gym leader. We were able to. There it is. Thank you, Rocky. We're able to use rock throw on that Pidgey, which I'm surprised we were able to hit because Rocky wasn't really listening. He has behavior issues. 15. Still another Zubat. Okay, let's keep Rocky in. Try to get lucky here. Come on, Rocky. Oh my god, Rocky. Come on. Come on, buddy. You can do this. Good boy. You gotta be a good boy. There it is. Thank you, Rocky. That's what it's about. We appreciate it, Rocky. See, if Rocky actually hits, he's not terrible, especially in these early stages. So he has his purpose. Alright, I'm gonna go heal. I'll be back with you guys afterwards. Alright, we are back. I healed and I also got a level with Chikorita. Just grinded him up just a little bit, so we might have to rely on him. Sadly. Let's go. This is gonna be the slight boss of the run. We'll see. Well, not of the run, but of this episode. Of this dungeon, rather. It's not too intimidating, but it'll be a little bit harder than most standard trainers. Oh, never mind. It's level 8. What the hell? I thought, I seriously thought it would be harder. Yeah, this isn't intimidating at all. We're fine. That's with no critical. And that's really telling. Chikorita's not good. So, even doing that much damage is crazy. Come on, Chikorita. There you are. Come on, Bayleaf, rather. There you are, Bayleaf. Very good. Thank you, Bayleaf. Alright, let's hope it's not a coughing. If it's coughing, we might have some slight trouble. Okay. Coughing. Let's, I'm gonna go for a Razor Leaf. See how much Razor... Oh, Reflect. Let's hope it explodes. It can explode, which means it will die, and it will do damage. It will kill itself, but it will do a lot of damage. So let's hope for that, so we can avoid a lot of time with this asshole. Let's see how much Razor Leaf does. Come on, impress me, Bayleaf. Impress me. Okay, I'm impressed. Okay, hey, thank you. Very good, Bayleaf. Thank you. Yeah, I really thought that thing would be more intimidating. Alright, speak of the devil. Hold on. Smog. It's not going to do a whole lot of damage. Let's hope it doesn't have a critical, because that could do some pretty big damage. It'd probably do 20 or something. Nothing crazy, but okay. Nice, Bayleaf. We appreciate it, Bayleaf. We really do. Chikorita. Bayleaf Chikorita. Oh, almost to 18. There we are. Very good, Chikorita. You did okay today, but wait till next time, he says. So, we're going to be beating Team Rocket throughout this game. It's going to be one of our major problems. Yep, they're checking on the Slowpokes, checking they're okay. These Team Rocket was cutting off their tails and selling them. So, kind of a rough little scenario right there. And now that you've beaten now that Weave and that You've, if you're playing along, have beaten the well challenge, the well dungeon. Go down to the well and beat down those Team Rocket guys. I'm gonna warn you, unless you want to get beaten down, do not go to the left. Do not go all the way to this little path. You will fight a trainer battle. Your rival will come back, Silver, whatever you call him. He will do some damage. So we're gonna beat a few of the gym trainers in this to end this episode off, and then we'll be next episode we'll be defeating the gym leader. So we're gonna fight a few of these trainers though. They shouldn't be too intimidating. This is a bug gym, and I think the leader of it is named Bugsy. Bugsy is not too bad actually. You don't expect bugs to be strong, but these bugs are. These bugs are usually not Spinnerex. Spinnerex is no good. But a Pokemon like Scizor is pretty, or not Scizor, but Scyther is what Bugsy has, and Scyther is pretty intimidating. So I'd warn you, do not think you can just waltz in here and get whatever you want and win right away. Bugsy will put up a fight, especially if you're a guy like me who picks Bayleaf, you're gonna suffer. If you pick Cyndaquil, the fire starter, you're fine. You can just blow through this, no problem. You just use Ember on it, it's dead. Or Flame Wheel, you might have access to by now. You really don't have to worry about it. Ladybug, this is probably the worst Pokemon in the entire game. You can get it in the starter roost of the game. It's really not good. It's really quite terrible. I mean, it's bad. Usually Pokemon, even bad Pokemon, are usable, as I was mentioning earlier, with me maybe using a kind of weaker bad Pokemon. But I said it was okay because the game is mostly easy, so it's something you kind of avoid the big deal of. Ladybug is kind of the exception to that. Ladybug is so weak that it will really negatively impact your time. It really is terrible. It has no attack, no special defense, meaning any move you throw on it, regardless of the type, will do no damage, practically none. And it has low, pretty bad defense, I do believe. It's not gonna impress you with its defense or its HP. Or you think with its speed either. Its speed might be a little bit high, maybe 70 at most, which means it's not terrible, especially for the early game because it evolves early, so it's not going to be the worst thing ever. And then it has a bunch of special defense. And what are you even supposed to do with that? I mean, you can't attack people. You can't outspeed most things, and even if you do outspeed, you can't hit him with anything. There's no benefit to Ladybug. Don't use him. He's not even good. He's good in no situation. With the rest of the bugs, like Weedle, for example, this will turn into a Beedrill, who's not great, but Beedrill's a lot better than Ladybug in every single way. Beedrill is probably a little bit fast, decently fast for the early game, and pretty aggressive too. I think he has 90 attack or something, maybe 80, but either way, that could do some good damage in the early game. So yeah, these bug Pokemon are usually quite bad. They evolve early, meaning they're good at the start, and then they lose a lot of power. But there's a few exceptions in this game that where the bugs are quite strong. Those exceptions, in order of their strongness, are probably Heracross, Scyther, and Pinsir. Those are the best bugs in this game. And Fortress, who's kind of an obscure bug Pokemon. I wouldn't worry. He's better in competitive than he is in single player, which this is. So I wouldn't worry too much about him. But those three I mentioned are very, very good bug Pokemon that you can fully use. All right, now that we beat our way to the trainer, we can challenge him next episode, and we will, or challenge her. I think it might be a her, it might be a him. I'm actually not sure of their gender. We're gonna battle this guy in this episode, and then we're gonna be on to the gym leader next episode. I'm gonna close it off after we beat this guy, beat this bug catcher Benny. After we beat Benny, we'll end the episode. Here's Weedle. They have the same Pokemon pretty much. But level 7, that's quite weak, even for a weak Pokemon. That's quite weak. I was expecting 12. Come on. Not weak enough for our Chikorita, or rather, our Bayleaf to do maximum damage, though. That's fantastic. Thank you, Bayleaf. You always gotta impress me. Level 18. Pretty good. I think we might be at the level cap, but I'm not too strict when it comes to, being right at it. As long as we're not, like, 5 levels over, it's really not that big of a deal for me, especially since our team, if you haven't noticed, is not the best. It's quite weak, especially for Bugsy. So, we're going to have some trouble already. The last thing we need is to cause more trouble with very, very strict level guides. So, hope you guys don't mind that I'm a little more liberal when it comes to the level cap than I usually am when I'm playing kind of challenge runs or normal games. Just, I'm trying to make it a little bit less, Beedrill! We were just talking about you, Beedrill. That's Beedrill. He's quite intimidating. He's a lot stronger than the rest of the things we fought, as he does 2 damage with his Furry attack. Not too intimidating, but if you teach him half decent moves, I'm telling you, he's not going to change your. Oh my god, he took that very, very well. I think he has high special defense. Let's use attack on him. This might do a little bit more. Yeah, Beedrill isn't going to change the whole world or your whole Pokemon game, but he's going to be pretty decent. You're not going to make a fool out of yourself using a Beedrill, especially in this early game. If you use it, in the boss of the entire game, yeah, it's not going to be the best. But for the first, 5 or so gym leaders, probably 4 gym leaders, Beedrill has his purpose. He's fast, a little bit aggressive, and can take hits pretty well because he evolves early, meaning his stats go out of control. Even his weaker stats are usually at the level of most Pokemon, so he kind of is. That's his purpose. Evolve quick, so he's powerful quick. All right, well, I appreciate you guys watching this video. We're going to close it, and we're going to be challenging Bugsy right here to next episode. So check it out.